Every year, a song enters the Philippines soundscape quietly, almost unnoticed. And then, without a warning, it's everywhere on your feed, in your jeepney ride home, echoing from the room of someone who still hasn't moved on. In 2025, that song was Multo, a track by a band from Baguio City that somehow grew into a national phenomenon. But how exactly does a song like this take over the Philippines? To begin, we need to clarify what we're really asking. Because Multo didn't just top the charts, it captured something, an emotion, a moment, a collective feeling in a way few OPM tracks do. The question isn't simply why is this song popular, it's something more profound. What allowed Multo, gentle and unassuming, to become a national emotional event? The answer lies at the intersection of cultural history, musical language, and the emotional climate of young Filipinos. Filipino music has always carried a specific emotional gravity, a fondness for sadness, longing, and the ache of love that remains unfulfilled. From harana to kundiman, from jukebox ballads to modern hugot anthems, we return again and again to a kind of beautiful pain. Music scholars call this as cultural melancholia, the idea that we, as people, are comfortable sitting in sadness, even finding relief in it. Multo doesn't break from that tradition. It continues, reframes, and reinterprets it for a new generation. Because this isn't your grandmother's heartbreak ballad, it's heartbreak shaped by modern distancing, ghosting, and emotional limbo. The pain is quieter, more internal, more uncertain. It's not a wound, it's an echo. Alright, let's go to the music. Musically, Multo is built on restraint. There's no dramatic drum fill, no sudden key change, no belted chorus. Instead, the production leaves space, a kind of emotional negative space the listener fills in. Interestingly, Multo is set in B major at around 110 BPM, a combination that lends the song its emotional ambiguity. B major is bright and open, but also slightly distant, as if the feeling it carries isn't entirely yours anymore. And 110 BPM, which is just a little faster than a ballad but too slow to dance to, sits at the natural rhythm of walking. This is the tempo of remembering someone, not crying, not dancing, just replaying a memory over and over while life continues around you. You can hear this same emotional architecture in other modern OPM tracks such as Umaasa by Kalain, which seats in A major at 96 BPM, and Sino by Unique Salonga in B major at 105 BPM. Songs that move forward rhythmically yet remain emotionally suspended in place. Together, they reveal a growing OPM aesthetic, mid-tempo, major key melancholia that mirrors the experience of longing today, always in motion but never quite arriving at a closure. Lyrically, the metaphor of Multo is doing heavy lifting. Almost every word in the song conveys a profound message, but for now, let's focus our attention on the chorus first. The chorus of Multo crystallizes the song's emotional thesis through the language of haunting. Hindi na makalaya, tinatalo mo kung bawat gabi. Frames longing as an intrusive memory, not something remembered, but something that returns uninvited, especially at night when the mind is most defenseless. The imagery shifts from sight to touch with wala nakikita, haplos mo'y ramdam pa rin sa dilim. Capturing the logic of a ghost, the absence of the body only sharpens the presence of the feeling. When the narrator says, Hindi na nanaginip, hindi na makagising. The song enters a liminal emotional space, neither dreaming nor fully awake, mirroring the suspended, unresolved state heard in other mid-tempo major key melancholic OPM tracks. Even the small plea of "Pasinde na ng ilaw" reads as a quiet search for clarity, though delivered with the exhaustion of someone stuck in emotional recursion. And when the chorus resolves into "Minumulto na ako ng damdamin ko, ng damdamin ko," the metaphor reveals its real weight. The ghost isn't a person at all, but the leftover emotion the narrator cannot escape. It's not the past lover returning, it's the self haunted by its own impossible desire to move on. Multo lands at a time when many young Filipinos are living in a kind of emotional liminality. Relationships begin and end in DMs. Ghosting is common, love is constant but undefined. Closure is rare. Filipino youth today aren't necessarily more heartbroken, they're just navigating a world where heartbreak is quieter, less dramatic, and more internal, more personal. And Multo, with its gentle ache, maps perfectly onto that reality. It feels like the soundtrack of a generation learning to grieve things that were never fully theirs. But emotional resonance alone doesn't explain its dominance. Multo is also perfectly engineered, accidentally or not, for the digital landscape. The chorus loops cleanly in 7 seconds. The melodic line is instantly recognizable. The vibe fits seamlessly into the TikTok ecosystem of heartbreak edits and aesthetic videos. On TikTok, songs don't just get streamed, they get contextualized. In POVs, in confessions, in stories of loss, the song never explicitly mentions. Thousands of users created meaning around Multo. Cup of Joe didn't just release a song, they released a template for emotional expression, and the internet filled it in. Multo also reflects a larger shift in OPM. Cup of Joe is from Baguio, part of a rising wave of regional artists breaking into mainstream Manila-centered industries. The Philippine music scene is decentralizing, becoming more diverse, more internet-led, more fan-driven. Multo didn't dominate because of an industry push. It dominated because it fit the moment, sonically, emotionally, culturally, and digitally. In the end, Multo took over the Philippines not because it was loud or flashy or technically complex. It succeeded because it captured something Filipinos rarely articulate: the feeling of being haunted by someone who's still alive, a presence in absence, a memory that refuses to dim. It is a song built on longing, shaped by the emotional climate of a generation, amplified by the internet's architecture, and rooted in century-long Filipino tradition of melancholic storytelling. Multo didn't just climb charts. It lingered, it stayed, it haunted, like all great Multo does. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hey, 2025 is about to end, and I know a lot of your music streaming platforms are wrapping up their year already. I want to ask you, was Multo a part of your 2025? It sure was a part of mine, and I was not surprised because I keep on hearing this song all throughout this year. I'm not saying I didn't like it. It's a wonderful song made by a very wonderful band, and that's the reason why I decided to make this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Researching the music was fun, and I hope I get to do more of this thing. Yes. As usual, you can support the channel by being a patron on our Patreon, or you can also be a YouTube member here on YouTube for only 39 pesos. Links are all down below. Are you liking the channel? We're doing something new. If you like this type of content, I'm Carl, and I do videos about the Philippine culture, Philippine arts, films, songs, whatever it is under the Philippine sun. I try and talk about it. And if you like these types of content, don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you'll be updated on every upload that I am doing. That would be all. That's the end credit. Thank you so much, as always, for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.